Good afternoon, my bubble friends. Today I'm gonna tell you a story. One that I've been wanting to tell you for a long time now. So get comfy, sit back, relax, maybe get a snack, as I tell you the creation tale, how our world came to be. In the very beginning of everything, there existed infinity, the entity of forever, the one who's always existed and always will. And from within the empty void, infinity decided to start something huge, something powerful. And from the smoky matter of their fingertips, they created the gods of the first order, the siblings, space and time. When time awoke, that was when the passage of seconds, minutes, hours as we know it, started. Time had opened their eyes, gazed upon their creator, and immediately understood the magnitude of their role, their position. Space, on the other hand, opened their eyes slowly, looked upon time and infinity, and the very first thing they did was cry. Existence was so much for them to bear all at once, and it was made even more overwhelming by the sheer power they were created into. Each of their sobs made swirling nebulas, and their tears shone down their face as glowing stars. Time hovered closer to comfort their sibling, and they had an idea. They could use the vastness of space's expansion to create something. After all, look at how much greater their universe became thanks to space's power. They could create things to fill it. Something new, something wonderful, something alive. Then, time, space, and infinity began to work. They used their newfound existence, their immense powers, to shape the universe, a place where they could explore and learn about these powers, these energies. But the greatest creation of all was just about to happen. Despite all the power they had combined, things weren't turning out like infinity had dreamed. They needed something more specific, more detailed. Thus, it was time and space's turn to create new life. And from their hands, they shaped the four siblings: air, earth, fire, and water. The second order, the elemental gods. And much like their creator, the first thing water did upon existing was cry. Her long stream of salty tears became the oceans, which earth promptly collected, gently wrapping them around her own creation in an attempt to soothe her sister. Fire's touch set the insides ablaze, melting the core and keeping the surface warm. Lastly, air surrounded the sphere with oxygen, creating the atmosphere and the sky. From one of space's stars, fire forged the sun. And from the last of her teardrops, water shaped the frozen moon. And finally, air brought about our final celestial protector, the giant Eternus, shining with its large rings, roaring quietly with its never-ending storms. satisfied with the work they've done, time and space sent the elemental gods down onto the world. Once they've landed, they immediately began to play with the surface, dance with the magic, create to their heart's content. Water drew lines in Earth's soil to make rivers, while Earth filled her sister's shores with sand, created the first blades of grass, and let the trunks of what were about to be the first ever trees grow as tall as the deities themselves. Air took to his skies and made the winds, the clouds, rumbling with powerful thunder. Fire brought the warmth and light of his sun to all of the land. And from his sister's mountains, he also created volcanoes. The elemental gods were responsible for most of creation when it comes to the planet itself, which needed a name. Time and space turned to infinity, who nodded slowly, pleased with their progress. They extended their foggy hand towards the world they've made together and spoke aloud. Asteonix. Upon their declaration, time and space returned to the world to reveal its name to the elemental siblings and join them in the next step of their magnificent project, creating the first living beings. Water filled her oceans with fish of all kinds and colors. Air brought birds to soar into the Asteonix skies. Fire let spiky reptiles bathe in his sunlight. And Earth, ever creative, made all the mammals that roamed her land. Soon, all of Asteonix was home to someone, somewhere. Life had begun. It was wonderful and it was thriving. And that was when infinity thanked the other gods, closed their eyes, and fell into a deep slumber, leaving all of existence, all of reality to their creation. They haven't awoken ever since. However, before they fell asleep, they left one last creation behind. A tiny seed, one that they hid in the very center of Asteonix's core, one that contained their power, the power of creation itself. Infinity's Magnum Opus, one of the many artifacts hidden around the world, or in this case, inside of it. But that is a story for another time. The exact reason for infinity's slumber is unknown. Some speculate that the reason is that infinity is so massive and powerful that their awake existence alone is too much for life to handle. Another reason is that reality itself is existing inside infinity, and everything we see is actually inside their supermassive body. And the reason they are asleep is so that they can focus on allowing existence to continue in a stable manner. Apparently, as the gods started creating the people that live in Asteonix, the power of creation that infinity lent to them through the seed started to grow weaker, and that the gods were all much more powerful back then when infinity was awake than they are now. I guess it just goes to show how much raw power infinity had, and how much more stable everything is since their slumber. So when creation was done, the gods left the seed alone, slumbering inside of Asteonix, just like infinity slumbers all around us. Also, space and water crying upon beginning their existences is the reason we mortals cry when we're born. It's the purest form of experiencing being alive. Existing is overwhelming. If not even the gods can handle it, it's okay to cry about things if you need to. Well, I hope you enjoyed the tale of Asteonix, Infinity's Magnum Opus, and how it came to be. It was about time I told you the beginning of everything, so thank you for giving me the space to do that. I'll be seeing you again very, very soon. Bye-bye!